presentation, we're going to show you a video.
Okay, if you haven't figured it out yet, our senior project involves an appreciation event for firefighters with elementary kids. The video we just showed was a video that Beadle made for us through different pictures and videos and stuff that we got throughout the process of making our project.
Our project is Food for Firefighters. Our big question was, how do we show our appreciation to the local firefighters that risk their lives on a daily basis to save ours? When we first got the project, we were wondering what to do, kind of like all of you guys. We didn't know whether we wanted to raise money for a charity or teach kids something, but then we kind of thought, why don't we show appreciation where appreciation is due? And we kind of thought around on who to appreciate. I mean, obviously you can always appreciate the military, police officers, teachers, basically anybody in the community that does something for you. But we decided to help local firefighters. So why do it? Our goals for our presentation were to show appreciation towards local firefighters in the area, along with teaching school children fire safety tips. Once again, we chose firefighters because we appreciate all of the work they do. I know I personally have a grandfather who's a volunteer firefighter for 64 years, and he was also a member of the nation's military. And although he gets plenty of thanks for being in the Navy during World War II, he doesn't receive nearly as much thanks as he deserves for being fire chief.
Okay, these are all different pictures we thought would be important to put in, obviously, firefighters. Just showing what they do, why we think they need to be shown their appreciation. And as Marissa said, they don't get the appreciation as much as a lot of other groups do. This is our plans, papers, all the stuff we had to do to prepare for the project before we even start our actual project.
In order to do the project, we needed to, we had to complete a research plan and annotated it in our presentation, or our persuasive essay, and yeah, presentation.
And we had to do all of these to become sort of experts in our field, because we obviously didn't just want to go in blind, because that would have sucked. We would have had an awful presentation. So we researched the roles of firefighters, what they do, along with common fire safety tips to teach to fourth graders. And we also researched how to teach fourth graders so they weren't jumping off the wall, screaming at us, pulling their hair out. So we researched this in order to make everything run smoothly and efficiently.
Okay, this is the cards, cookies, all the fun parts of our presentation and project that we were excited about a bit more than the papers.
We had the fourth graders make cards for the firefighters. We taught them about fire safety and all the stuff that they should do.
They were actually really excited about this. I mean, we decided having fourth graders make cards for firefighters looks a lot better than us high school students because they can make them look a little and it's still cute. If we made cards and they looked terrible, they'd probably just shake their heads and laugh at us. And they were also really excited to learn about fire safety tips. You know, all of them were like, oh, I'm gonna go home and make a fire escape plan and we're gonna practice it tonight. And I was like, okay, don't let your parents get mad at us, please, if it's 8 o'clock at night and you're telling them to run outside the window. Like, let's take a chill pill, maybe do this over the weekend. And we also got a lot of odd questions, like, what should you do if a fire, tornado, and hurricane hit your house? And I said, honey, if that happens, I don't know, survive. I said, you know, I really doubt an apocalypse is gonna happen, but we got a lot of weird questions, kind of, what happens if a fire and a tornado hit your house? What happens if there's a fire in my room and I can't get out? What happens if my stuffed animal's in the place? I mean, they were a little hysterical, but once I told them, yes, you can be safe, you know, they calmed down and made their fire safety plans and read the little tip sheets. All of them were like, oh, we're gonna change the batteries in our smoke detectors. It's really odd to see kids get that excited about escaping from a fire and asking all of these weird questions, but they were really fun to work with. And this is an example of one of the cards the kids made. This kid was actually really artistic. We had a nice artistic class that was super excited to do this, and we just wanted to show you one of the better examples of cards.
Okay, this is when we made the actual cookies because we did care packages, hence the name, Food for Firefighters. So this involves being at my house, making cookies, and trying to make a few hundred cookies without burning any. We were nearly successful.
Yeah, we did have a couple smoke detectors go off. We won't lie, but we saved the good ones for the firefighters. There's about 30 men on the squad, so you know we obviously weren't just going to give them all one cookie. And we learned that following directions from the back of the butter box on how to make cookies was not the best idea. But they turned out good in the end.
Okay, this was the actual meeting we had at the fire department when we went to go show the video that we had at the beginning of our project to the firefighters, give them the care packages, thank them, and then we ended up getting surprised by them. They gave us a tour of the firehouse, showed us everything in detail, showed us all the stuff they normally don't do when the kids do their field trips in elementary schools.
Yeah, we met with Lieutenant Clark. I contacted him concerning our project because we wanted to go there and thank them, and yet he surprised us with an awesome tour of the fire department. After our research plan and everything, we kind of thought, oh, we're experts in this whole firefighter deal. But he took us through. We found out there's like 4 different trucks they use, and we learned about all the equipment, and these are some of the nice men we got to meet. And we even found out that instead of a pole for going from floor to floor in their fire department, they actually have a really awesome yellow swirly slide that we were pretty excited about. I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted to ride down it, but he said we were a little old for that. And we didn't want to look like idiots, to be honest. And we learned a lot about their equipment they use and kind of the different situations they have to work with, what equipment they use for things such as building collapses, natural disasters, car accidents, chemical fires, forest fires. They really deal with a lot that you don't know about. And Lieutenant Clark even said, you know, we're a fire department, but basically anything that the cops or paramedics don't know how to do falls on us. He said, you know, he even gets drunk college kids out of the river when they're tubing and get lost from their group. That's what the firefighters do. They do a lot of odd jobs, but they really deserve all the thanks they get.
What we learned was the importance of firefighters in the community and like what they do to help us and protect us in various roles and the daily tasks that they go through and all the tools and equipment they showed us, how it works, and then the fire safety requirements.
When we started this project, we actually watched a video that we're going to show you in a few minutes to conclude our presentation about, you know, it was the firefighter's prayer, they say, before every time they go into a fire that may be really risky. And we thought this video was really touching, and that's why we actually chose firefighters in the end to help, because this video really kind of pulled at our heartstrings, and it really shows you that they go into these fires and they might not make it home to their families. And we really wanted to thank them for all they do after seeing this video. So we're going to conclude our presentation with that. Thank you.
When I am called to do, dear God, wherever flames may rage, give me the strength to save some life, whatever its age. Help me embrace a little child before it's too late, or to save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert, to hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to fill my calling to give the best of me, to guide my every neighbor, to protect his property, and if according to your will, I have to give my life, please bless with all your protecting power my children in my life.
Thank you so much for your time. Does anyone have any questions?